Welcome to part 10 of Pixel Plays. Um, well, for which may as well be part 2, I think, at this point, but, because we restarted everything, but, changed from Nadia to Alexandra, or Zandra for short, based on our Mass Effect character, roughly. I've rebuilt, Starlight, uh, but I have no idea where the projector is it is actually, it's supposedly supposed to be a projector, um, I need to, like, double click it. I know they need to click it once, sometimes they need to double click it. I don't know what's going on. They have like 199 active mods. I just need to get one more help 200 mods. A lot of these are just mods for the like add the custom elements in. The game may have actually crashed. When I asked it, so I think it's the same spot. So I made it quit save, and then I asked it. So and then it crashed as it was happening. I think it made. I'm not really sure. Hopefully this is um also the gorillas are still around, even though I tried to like not have passive mobs. I think, but probably the gorillas count as animals, so yeah. Anyway, what happened was I had a mod that like I technically had downloaded, but I uninstalled with all the problems that we're having in Sanctuary. I was trying to disable mods that related to Sanctuary. One was like what allows you to, basically rebuild Sanctuary piece by piece with a set of like walls instead. That was what was missing. Let's see, what's my inventory looking like? I need to, while I'm thinking about it, I need to dump all my junk. I've been meaning to do that, and I just keep on forgetting. What the heck? What the vertibird doing over there? What's being Coast Echo? That might be part of the New York mod. That's interesting. That's like thinking like what all these different numbers stand for. Okay, cool. This is where my management's gonna be, but it's probably gonna come much later. because one cellular there already. Do it, turn off the freaking beacon. You need to murder one cellular. Manually, just in case I have some stuff on myself. Specifically the sure when he's onto the junk. It'll probably take a cigarette or dress or relatively valuable. Like a freeware might come last both of that. There's probably more work for the settlements too. And also they're not waiting to Okay, so let's actually move on. idea I kind of had, which would be really interesting for like future modding tools, would be to basically have pieces with um like hits or whatever, like in the modding system, that where you can basically like bake lighting effects into, or dynamic lighting effects into the into pieces. But yeah, I mean, anything with you modding tool is hopefully kind of twofold, some side at least, because you're making it easier for.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Oh, I hadn't even looked in here yet.
Actuator damaged.
Can't pick this.
I can't even get into the. There's like flickering lights here, but like there's no. I refer to as dynamic light.
Would need the key.
Okay, here we go.
Hello? Odd. My scanners must be malfunctioning.
Because it's not bulletproof, and they never pattern. Apparently, there's one upstairs that.
The sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment.
Sticking all of the different.
Nice.
Reward money. Called upstairs to the cafeteria to escort young Annabelle leading back to her residence. An altercation had ensued between Annabelle and another student. But Ross, it is reported that Annabelle had emptied the entire contents of it, or virtually all of the regression during an argument concerning a boy. Gave Annabelle a verbal warning and she apologized to Miss Ross. Case closed. This afternoon, I have observed capital I, Rebecca Miller, making her way past security. When questioned by one of the security staff as to why she was down here, she simply said she was asked to attend a research department by Dr. Williams. I ended up escorting her there myself, as it turns out she was telling the truth. Case open. I'm not satisfied with Dr. Williams mentioning her Miss Miller's presence in research. I am going to follow this up with the overseer in the morning. I can't believe this dick has been sitting behind me most of the day and hasn't said a word. I love to know what his problem is. You keep tell me about it. I had no capital I. Like that's the most basic of English language is that I's are always capitalized. Is that supposed to be indicative of an accent, or is that yesterday I managed to get with a bunch of grunt? Clearly, he's someone who thinks their parts don't stink. Haha, yeah, right. I think if these are supposed to be kids talking, maybe they don't understand that they need to capitalize their eyes. Which aren't bothering you. You guys see the movie tonight? In the HDMI, they're showing The Wizard of Oz or some shit. Hey, you still there? It's probably best you close down the chat for that. Dick sees if we're talking shit about him. Too late, it's Keith. Hey Keith, man, how you doing, buddy? Can't wait for our next episode. Whatever day you feel, I just jumped out to tell you Alex is gone. We found Rebecca Miller scrolling through here, so he's gone with her to see Dr. Williams. Dr. Williams, why is he taking her there? Casman doors. There are still people who don't care about grammar when they're in chat. I mean, there are definitely people who don't care about grammar when they're like texting or chatting. I'm not one of those people. Like I will use like acronyms or whatever, but I like LOL or what have you, but or lol. The full
Is someone present? Movement detected. Curious. Goodbye. Sensor reading detected. It would appear my target has disappeared.
Damn it! Damn it! What the hell? What the hell is...
Hello? Sensors indicating concealed organic. There you are.
Enemy UAV utilizing error. Now major detected.
Great. Just alert the entire area. Where the hell are my dog and
Commencing
Heather?
organic life form.
Probably enough, far enough away from them
Target has
to,
disappeared. Whoever or whatever you are, I know you are out there.
yeah, I'm hearing cat meat, but not,
Please come out.
not seeing her, or him.
Contact detected. Anomaly detected. I am equipped with the most advanced institute sensor. They were wise to flee. Find you.
There we go.
Picture like above me. The research and hydroponics.
Movement detected. Area alert. Goodbye.
That's 15.
Appears to be nothing. Perhaps my sensors need calibration. Failure. Overactive sensors. Nothing more.
There you go. this grass? Carrots. Oh, this many.
Odd. My scanner must be malfunctioning.
Sweet.
Okay, then.
Well, looky who's late for dinner. So what's it going to be, pal? Hamburger and fries? Pizza?
We can't even use someone else, so not from here.
Oh, my apologies. My eyesight isn't what it once was, I'm afraid. But seeing as you are guests here, please refrain from looting this fine establishment, or I will be forced to thrash you. In their hysteria, they must have left me behind. Also, my subroutines don't allow for much freedom. I can't even leave this cafeteria here.
Sorry, who are you exactly?
Chef Ava at your service. Whatever you're in the mood for, day or night, Ava can get it for you, no questions asked.
That's my fair spirit robots today.
None taken, buddy. If you pass by in the future, feel free to drop by. It gets a little quiet in here these days.
Okay.
Nice.
Hostile sensor engaging. Actuator.
They can't reach me.
Stealth capabilities. Fascinating.
Just be free to be.
Scanning.
Good. Oh, hello.
Have found you. Is select present.
That is 20.
Curious. The sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment.
Save.
You're mine now. Come on. Is that all you got? That's 30. Metal motherfucker.
That was awesome.
I wouldn't say no to some noodles.
Them uniforms were quite a bit. I think we've killed every single Symphony here. Teleport terminal? Looking for the nuclear vessel. They entered the report. We're able to retrieve the technology data from Tech Vault A3 with only a few dozen fatalities. We believe this has been acceptable loss of human life. Work will now be underway to adapt our technology. First fed for teleport tests were halted when an unexpected guest appeared on the receiver panel. This was alarming for multiple reasons. Reason one, it was seeing that another faction is also the teleportation technology. The Adidas faction has greater understanding of teleportation mechanics as they were able to successfully teleport living biological matter, something that the Institute has yet succeeded. Course of action, we have yet sent the human female back to original location. Now we have the coordinates we aim to infiltrate with deadly force and retrieve all data on transporter. Technology adapted to our own. So this is the Vault experimenting with transport technology. We're able to retrieve the technology and data from Vault Vault 83 with only a few dozen fatalities. We believe this to be a simple language. That's interesting, but also kind of goes against the motif of Vault Tech experiment. Like, I mean, there was like one overseer who died mysteriously, so that could be like tied to it. But like, generally speaking, it like if I were to revise this a lot, there would be a lot more like mysterious appearances or something like that. Dr. Williams. It's a freaking simple name. There's an actual laser rifle. Can't stand being here any longer. When I first woke up, I refused to interact with anyone or anything. I even had to starve myself in protest, thinking it might send me back, but it's no use. I've been informed that while I was unconscious, Peter was formed. Apparently, I can no longer die of hunger. In fact, unless I take a bullet to the cranium, it's very difficult for me to die. It's strange, I still feel like me. Okay, so this is like a sim that has, or a person who had their mind transferred into a thing. Okay. Something curious struck me today. The longer I'm here, the more accepting I am of my situation. Constantly, the misbelief is actually starting to grow on me. I feel at peace somehow. The real troubling question is this my mind is like coping with being stuck here, or have they been tinkering with that as well? That's 2 words. Today I was given information, to government. I'm not sure if this person made this like English. Isn't there a language? If they also did the voice acting themselves, then so it's the voice act, unless they could like get a hold of a female voice actor, like a voice actress, but not a voice actor, or again they're just like being incredibly transparent. The fact, this one guy has a sense. Hey Ellie, Rio, what's that? Anyway, today I was given information in regards to my captured upgrade. It would seem I possess knowledge that they find very valuable indeed. In exchange for helping them, I get to live forever in this place. They really had done something else to my mind. I can't seem to think about anything other than work anymore. It's like there's some control over how I focus. The moment my mind starts to wander, the thoughts of work are put into the forefront. One word, me. Oh my mind, oh god, it's getting harder and harder to control my upgrade complete.
Useless.
Door cannot be opened. Okay, well, how do I get to the objectives that I have? Man, this place is a mess. Ellie, no playing with the Ellie, don't play with the cord. Ellie, why don't you just lay on my lap peacefully? Can't ever lay on my lap peacefully. I didn't even look at this one. Ellie, hey. I figured out the file system setup and configured. All we need now is to go ahead from Overseer Thomas, and we can finally see if my queries on quantum teleportation are correct. I sincerely believe this will my lifelong. There they can capitalize the eyes. Okay. Okay. It needs to be showing a little reluctant in the transportation plan. To be honest, I'm a little annoyed. Now it's not capitalized. Why would she give the permission and resources for us to start this project if she is going to become as stubborn as a mule when the time came to put our theories in practice? At first exploring with the Overseer, I reminded her of the reasoning behind this project. Thanks to Vault Tech, we have the exact location coordinates of all the other vaults. Rather than visit these locations by foot, which could prove to be rather unpleasant, if we can teleport to them in an instant, such their situation, position, and report back. I believe she's starting to come around to the idea. So hit the first probe this morning. Well, I say probe, we really just borrowed the robot chef from the cafeteria and pushed them through the breach. He came back a moment later to inform us that the other side is a hallway. That's all we could get. Bloody machine, we need to start thinking about sending a person through. I had to give a talk to the school class today. It was pretty riveting stuff, but I do say so myself. Some of the students seemed more interested than others. Other students really seemed to stand out. I think that's a very keen and wouldn't mind a Mr. Rebecca Miller. She may be free with you. I may have been too impulsive and a bit reckless, but I just wanted it to see not someday, but today. We just sent a student through the portal. We need something a little smaller. The thing is, the first person we sent in didn't go anywhere. Poor bastard just turned into a ball of meat right there on the teleportation stand. Somebody must have been off the map. Okay, this is kind of like getting into Vault Tech. Experiment levels, although it seems more like it could be something about organic matter that just doesn't like being broken down into a billion pieces and being put back together again on the other side. Rebecca has been gone now for 15 minutes. She's coming back. Oh, thank God. I was really starting to think I was in some serious shit here. Not only is she back, she's absolutely fine. I'm so excited. I wish I could go and tell the Overseer, but she won't understand what we've done here. Not yet. Usually the Overseer's in on the experiment, and usually, like, this is where I'm just, I mean, this isn't like terrible, but I'm just being critical here. Like, I know this is the mod that's maybe fans, but I'm just being critical. I'm giving good criticism here. But the Vault Tech experiments seem to usually be designed to just throw science at the wall in the most in a way that is completely unbound by ethics. And it seems more often than not that the point of the Vault experiment is to be unethical. In some capacity. Like, to throw ethics out the window. Like, that. This seems to be a Vault experiment led by someone who is willing to throw ethics out the window, but the parameters of the experiment don't require that. Like, this doesn't quite ring true as a proper vault experiment. It seems like a regular vault, and oh, there just happens to be some teleportation experiments going on underground, and there's no particular, yeah. Okay. And for my questioning, we sent little Rebecca off back upstairs. She seemed to be in good spirits. In fact, she seemed quite excited by the whole ordeal. There seems to there are some things she mentioned that not to give me some concern. She said that when she got the other side, she didn't seem to be in another vault, or at least not any vault like her own. She also described strange-looking men that at first seemed to be did put a door for us. I asked her if she could elaborate on what was so strange about these men, and she said they seemed almost mechanical. Said it's evacuation alarm. And usually the purpose of the vault is to use the inhabitants actively as part of the experiment. So, I mean, when you're designing a vault experiment, it's not just like, hey, we're experimenting with this kind of sciencey thing. Like, we're experimenting with the sciencey thing, and we are actively using the vault dwellers in an unethical way. Whereas here, it's like, we're doing this experiment, and eventually we're going to, you know, eventually the guy behind it is going to decide to might decide to do something unethical. We just happen to hire someone who is willing to go to unethical lengths to achieve their goal. But yeah, it again, I hope you're pitching my drift here. That it's my tendency to try to put my thoughts into words in various ways. There is a room upstairs that is like temple. Maybe we got something that allows us to access it now. So I'm probably gonna be alone for a while because there normally teleport our people here.
No way to pick this.
What? Okay, we don't have an H-ship key. I don't know where we're supposed to get that from. We need to go all the way back to that one dude, and he will give us the H-ship key after we tell him about what's going on. Or, I mean, the last time we had to go back and forth, we were just dumb and we didn't see this guy. He gave us stuff we needed, but now we don't have the key. I don't want to talk about collision because it might still have the key to this.
Would need the key.
Nope. Okay, we have 2 keys that we're missing entirely. Oh, and we don't have. We need to actually report back too. So, yeah, we delete the vault. Because that's good game design. Having to backtrack is perfect game design. Like, seriously. It's on the checklist of things that you need to do to design a game, have players backtrack fast and return.
Ground floor.
What domain? Go talk to the simp guy. This guy is actually a simp. Like, I'm not sure that's good game design or narrative design or bad narrative design. It's maybe a little too meta for my liking. And inherently confusing. Like, okay, everyone else has a voice actor. Why does this guy, like, have this sympathetic voice?
Hey,
Hey, you're back. Did you find him? Did you find Dr. Williams?
Everyone here is put, I found your brother Jason. Jason! I passed through the opening. You both found found his body. He left a note saying he couldn't pass through the breach. He was stuck. Ah, but he was one of the guys. But he said he loved you and to keep Rebecca safe. Sorry.
Jason? My Jason? Christ. The day I left that vault, I was carrying Rebecca over my shoulder, sprinting to the elevator while gunshots ricocheted all around us. You can imagine the sort of post-traumatic stress that gives a guy.
It
For
almost
years,
makes
I
him
wasn't
talk
quite
like
right.
a robot.
It killed me to leave him trapped in the past. But I had to think of Rebecca. I had to get her far away.
I could, or if you wanted Dr. Williams dead or not, so I killed him just to be sure. Oh god, I didn't realize I could talk to him.
Interesting. I thought hearing of his death would bring me some sort of contentment, but it hasn't. But it has brought me some closure. It seems Rebecca was right to trust you. You've done more to help our family than anyone has in years. I don't have much in the way of caps, but what I have is yours. Stop by the library anytime.
Do you have any other keys you can give me?
hi.
Or did you give me some keys?
Hey,
Please be a dear and find my family photo album.
Elevator key card, basic key, folder, so patient's list, real MO, any right list. What about patient's rubber guide? Things, I'm gonna use keys or anything. It's impossible, it is literally impossible to switch plus by kind of keys. But there's like a key hiding somewhere around here.
Let's do it.
That's what you have to do for now we're matching. pretty sure that's right here pretty pearly, so
Ow. What was that?
okay, invade radiation. What? No! No! No, I want to disable it! I don't want to disable anything! What the hell are you doing? Re-enable it! I'm sorry. Yes to folder. Yes to all. There. Yes to all. The green screen. I'm trying to thought for a bit for my test. I started screaming. It was a bit dark. So with this now portrait I have. I think cultists will be a little more welcoming. Okay. I know they're crazy, but you know, if they want you to like join or something. I mean, I guess it's kind of their own way of asking you to join them. Feedback is the location that started naturally or that is part of a mod. The probably part of a mod. For purchase letter. Actually, it's first better to Extraordinary Drive, Boston, Massachusetts, October 20th, 2039. Frederick, I hope this letter finds you well. As you aware, the completion of our newest highway, the local area is almost complete, and we are happy to learn that we no longer have your home marked for demolition. However, we'd still like to extend our offer to buy your home from you at a price, as we have stated in previous letters. Even if construction of the highway didn't require you to sell your home back to the state, noise pollution generated by both highway and traffic above us will traffic immediately opposite your home be quite frankly intolerable. We really hope you consider allowing us to move you to Sanctuary Hills, where you can rejoin your former neighbors. Really much regret doing growth, especially for your Boston Housing Association. Dang it. There we go. That's right, still.
Oh, sure, just come on in, why don't you? In my day, it wasn't that uncommon for people to, get this, actually knock on a door instead of just opening it.
Been here long? Get the cool. Nice jumpsuit, you mechanic or something?
Mechanic? When was the last time you saw an actual car out there that looks salvageable? I'm an engineer, kid. A tinkerer of sorts.
Been here long? What stuff you have here? Have you been squatting here long? Yeah. I have a feeling you've not been squatting.
Hey, I ain't no squatter, pal. I bought this house fair and square with actual cash money, if you can believe it.
Sorry, I thought I think this place was abandoned, no offense.
Abandoned? You ignorant fuck. I'll have you know, this humble home is as sturdy as the day I bought it. I mean, who cares if all the windows are boarded up and there's holes in the roof? It just adds character, you know? Actually, seeing as you are trespassing here, I don't suppose you'd be willing to do this old man a favor.
I guess I'm the elevator here. I'm happy to help. I'd be happy to help.
Really? You would? Well, I wasn't expecting that. I'm not even sure where to begin here. You see, many years ago, me and my husband, Edward, were going through one hell of a rough patch. It was around this time that he started becoming completely obsessed with that damn radio of his. If he wasn't down in the basement working, you could guarantee he was sat in front of that blasted thing. I never did find out who he was talking to. One morning, I woke up, and the guy was gone, just like that. He'd left a note, said he wasn't coming back. I suspected he went down into the basement, into that tunnel of his. Like I said, we weren't really on talking terms, and I kinda thought he'd lost his marbles. Eventually, I did go looking for him, but I kept getting chased out of there by those damn mole rats. Don't look at me like that. I'm not expecting miracles here. I just need some closure, you know? Here's the key. The basement's down the hall.
Yes, the girl. Hey, no, ownership set. Almost voted for it. Can you please figure it out? Okay. I've been doing a lot of reading recently, so I don't feel like doing. Actually, down the hall, I think you may have said that. Yeah, there you go. The laser rifle I have right now is actually automatic, so. Like purified water. I'll just take all of that. conference.
Why walk when you can fly?
Any damage pretty. That's different point. Pistol for now. Head. Exciting. Okay. Note to game designers or mod designers. It's not good game. Isn't good dungeon design. Like making a complex series of tunnels is winding every which way. That's not good dungeon design. As far as quite a bit of backtrack. Backtracking isn't very fun. Okay. And open the ladder or close it. Definitely at least anyway. Um, okay, we need to enemy chemist board. This leads me to a section of the chemist, so here's it happen. the actual vault quest. I also wonder, was it ever established just how many vaults there are? Because if that was ever like established clearly, then they kind of like shot themselves, but or like not really shot, wrote themselves into a corner. It's kind of like having the limitation on
Weird.
there's this vault, but they're all hostile.
Thought we got trouble.
Okay. They're all hostile for no reason. They're not feral, they're just
False alarm.
hostile. Oh, they're clearly raiders or something.
Not hiding this time.
What the?
Anyways, handle them up again, people. Karaoke night. Play with it, and you could all play your wonderful singing voices. Remember that in karaoke tune, all the better. AirPods will be available upon request. I'm sure you have more too, or you need to be at 1800. Members will take place for the private members. Those who are tragically lost in the vault entrance incident. 3 main workers were injured or tragically lost their lives while carrying the effects of the vault elevator shaft, which became partially buried during the earthquakes we endured shortly after our arrival. We are all invited to pay your respects. Come on, Saturday's big boxing championship finale, which will see Mr. Jerry Adams from our security staff take on Daniel Clark from our safety staff. Remember that gambling on the fight is completely forbidden. We told them that the room was little features for our new post as head doctor. Many of you will remember that Elizabeth was valedictorian of her graduating class, so we're always expected things from her, no pressure. All your medical files have been relocated to Dr. Whitaker and request that also the appointment for checks on the upcoming week. Main staff change, please. Welcome Ryan James, studying technician and responsible for all field duties on the residential level. Have any laboratory issues or waste baskets that need emptying? Ryan is your man. It's brought this message to all of our students. Please remember that when they kicks off the start of History Month, so please bring the correct textbook. Not that you forget their books will be sent back home. The emergency. It's an emergency announcement. If breach is detected inside the vault, all residents are to report back to their quarters immediately and stay there until further not a drill. All available individual personnel, your presence is required on floor 3 residential. Dr. Whitaker, your presence is required on floor 3 residential. The emergency canceled. The emergency announcement. It is now safe for all residents to leave their quarters and return to their duties. As the situation is out of control, fall. Visitors into our vault, residents to enter the storeroom on the residential floor. Mr. Steele, pending an investigation. I'm not kidding. Due to the vault breach that occurred on the 18th, all inhabitants are required to visit the clinic on Monday, 2nd September, where you will be administered an immunity booster. Combating potential side events that may occur due to contaminant exposure. Please contact Dr. Whitaker, who will arrange your appointment time. Thank you. Keep going.
That's it.
Let's do this. Who's there?
Guess it's gone. Guess it was nothing.
Nothing.
Got it.
Oscar. Oh,
Well, I can't see if you're armed or not, but you sure made one hell of a noise coming down that hall. What a way to wake up the entire vault. Seriously, good job.
you're on.
Well, I'm not usually in the habit of telling my life story to any scoundrel who happens by. But seeing as you're the first outsider seen in almost 200 years, how can I refuse? I was born
Okay.
here back in 2096. Can you believe it? I know. I don't look a day over 25.
Okay. I was remember my dad here in a small room.
Oh, don't be foolish. I don't stay in here all the time. I locked myself in here once the shooting started. Thanks again, by the way.
Safe? But you guys need it from me.
Oh, I wasn't worried, dear. I may be blind, but if you test me, you won't even see it coming. Anyway, now that you're here, I don't suppose you'd be willing to do me the smallest of favors?
You're not cool. I understand. Let's say you're not like the rest of them out there.
Oh, I am, on the inside at least. No, I'm not being metaphoric. Like them, I was forced to take a serum by the Overseer. For most, it turned them into what you see out there in the corridor. I was the exception. The only one the serum actually worked on with minimal side effects. It extended my lifespan exponentially, but took my sight.
Does that really look like giving you any grief?
For some reason, the ones on this level have always counted me as one of their own. Down on the lower levels, however, is another matter entirely. In a nutshell, up here they're crazy. Downstairs, they're even worse.
Oh,
Great. You see, when I was a child growing up here, my father was the senior engineer. He always wanted me to follow in his footsteps. Every night after class, he would set up a small table for me in his workshop and show me how to create circuit boards. On the day he died, he was carrying the only circuit board I'd ever finished in his toolbox. It should still be there, somewhere on the lower levels.
there's no actual map.
Let's do this. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Yeah!
But I
Blood.
it's like so to get all the games right here. This is a proper vault. Hey. Where'd you go?
Sweet.
What's that noise? Let's do this!
I think Laura will actually get Feral. There's right in the nick of time.
Terminal somewhere. Terminal only.
Taking the other area is full of Feral.
Let's do this!
Maybe go.
Lock and load.
Yeah. Why are you baby files so heavy? Road. Food chain. Fuses for some reason. closer. Ooh, I love my spell out. Terminal. Due to the current all elevators have been streamlined by the collective university. Carrying operates access cars will be able to travel forward with following the information talk. Both elevators are valid targets. Those are actual fails. Okay. Unnecessary pointless bullet time. And I think this is actually personally, I've already been to the laboratory 5 times this morning. I must relax. Remember, I'm a doctor in an underground vault where nobody has so much as a common cold. Honestly, how bad could things get? It's literally has the worst case of hypochondria I've ever seen. You convince yourself the air control system is causing her breathing problems. It's quite simple. The more she panics, the more she hyperventilates. I tried to explain this to her, and she carried me out. She's on her way to the embassy up to a formal complaint about it. I've had her for a week. You were kind of he said, "You're really doing around wonderful." He was checking in because of Miss Lewis. On the bright side, the overseer seemed generally pleased with how we're running things. Take that, Miss Lewis. Well, this is something I never thought I'd see my lifetime. In the early hours of the morning, all alarm sounded. I never heard such a ruckus. Security staff were everywhere in minutes. Turns out someone on the outside managed to breach their way in here. Security brought me up to one of the storerooms to conduct some scans, and that's when I saw him. All I assumed is it's him. He thoroughly figured his skin has been ravaged by what I can only guess is radiation. Currently prepping our new guy for surgery. Poor man is so much pain he passed out on his way to the clinic. He's taken quite a bad fall, which was rolled in a pretty bad broken leg. Weirdly, other than the bone, there is currently protruding out of his leg. The rest of his health seems normal. Is this what become of the rest of the human race? So our guest Edward has been alert and responded for a few days, but now his leg is healing at an unprecedented rate. With changing his managed, I took note that the wound itself looked as if it were weeks old, not just a few days. Edward must have seen the look of surprise on my face, because he never seemed to tell me that for decades he had never been sick or whatever. He injured himself and took no time at all to heal. Here that there are pros and cons of machine damage. That is downstairs the research have become very interesting, I guess. Okay, this may be another fallacy in vault writing. Because as things stood going here, I assumed that the point of the vault was actually like research into qualification. Like that was the Vault-Tec mandate for this vault. Was because there's another quest as part of the main game that actually has a character who intentionally qualifies himself. So there was like some military or some kind of research somewhere into like the effects of coolification and people interested in intentionally coolifying themselves. So like there was some knowledge about how people can be like coolified. So you could take that bit of war and expound upon it a little bit and say that Vault-Tec also like had access to the where research it was. I don't know the exact details, but or at the very least, you know, experimenting is something similar. Like it's based on a serum, but from what I'm gathering so far, this is a perfectly normal vault, as it were. Then the school showed up, you know, digging underground, discovered the vault, and the vault scientists, just by virtue of being vault scientists, they're like, hey, we don't have a science experiment here. Let's come up with our own experiment. Not one that was mandated to us by Vault-Tec. It seems the experiment is just, let's put an ethical, like, they just ran out of ideas for an ethical experiment, and they're like, hey, let's just put a few of our lab guys down here. I'm sure they'll stumble into something at some point that they can experiment on. Like, that just seems to be the whole, like, that's my headcanon. What the vault is actually supposed to be like. They just, like, that's the test. Just put a bunch of our unethical scientists, we have so many of them, and put them down here, and they'll come up with their own experiment eventually. Like, really? The scientists downstairs, the readers have suddenly been very interested in our guest. And requested all the data I have on him. I'm supposed to bring the data to Edward down to research this evening so they can run some tests of their own. I ran a request by Edward himself, and he agreed. He is too accommodating. I'm going to keep my eye on him while he's down there. Something doesn't seem right. Unless they were already, like, experimenting with that kind of thing, and Edward just was the boost they needed to the research they were already, like, mandated by Vault-Tec to conduct. That's another possibility. Your team was informed me that we have to start administering the mandatory inoculations tomorrow. We have to tell people it acts as a sort of booster for their biased immune system. I find this all very suspect. For one, the boys down in research aren't permitting me to run my own test on this serum. They won't provide me with any details of how it functions. I haven't even been here a month yet, and I'm already thinking about going against the overseer on it. Yeah, I guess kind of what I'm guessing is that maybe this was the go to hell. Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my guess, but this is just sort of an unexpected boon for the research they were already conducting. This was where it weighs less. Nope. Over tomorrow. Private chat logs. A journey over there with you. Hollister said she saw him getting off the elevator. Yes. Well, yes, he is sweetie. I think him up as we speak. I'll make sure that you get him. It's the same person. You can begin to see some of the hallmarks that there were. Chat logs being part of it. And then, of course, not properly capitalizing eyes in random spots. I can tell you, take to been your own age like me. In your dreams, Officer Cross, you would love to compensate. Also, like, you know, barber shop equipment. Or, like, there's no point to them. Like, they're not. They're just kind of there to. Oh, yeah, and then there's like an entire. Yeah, it's probably the same person. Cool. Seemed to have found a male voice actor though to play the ghoul. Impact it.
Thanks.
Like regular ghoul somewhere. I'm gonna just leave it alone. Well, like, we're gonna do it suddenly. Brick wall, and but I can't find the thing I need to progress. lots of quarters though, so for melons. Oh shit. I'll just sit down for a little while here. Better put it down this way. That's where all the ghouls came from anyway, so. May take a break soon, so.
Yes.
What? Why am I doing this impact?
Fast.
Time you call this buddy? I know. I went and got a quick haircut so the matter was free. A full 30 minutes just for that? Well, I need to look good for my match, don't I? Well, we all have bets going on, so you do a product. No pressure, right? You'll be fine. There's no chance that Egghead for the clinic is any match for one of our security boys. I'm not so sure. I mean, have you seen Daniel Clark? That guy is way too ripped for a nerd. He really isn't my type, to be honest. Funny. Hey, can I be serious with you about something? It's about how the split works now for a full hour, and all I've done is use well, Pat. Sorry, so go ahead, talk to me. You ever get the impression that the overseer is a little stupid? That's not the way to talk about our numbers in the bag of Hammer's overseer. Hawcross, I'm serious. And not even him. I mean, look at who he replaced. The overseer got himself crushed to death by his own filing cabinet. And trying to hide inside it. It just seems strange to me that the last two overseers we've had have been completely brilliant, but vault productivity is as strong as ever. It always gets done. All departments are well taken care of. It might just be a classic case of you overthinking like you always do. The overseer really is as bad as you make him sound. Because were you at karaoke night last? The man is so stupid he thought Johnny Cash was a page toilet. Please stop laughing. I can hear you from over here. Okay, I think you just need to concentrate on your box of skills and leave one left alone. I guess, well, I really should do my rounds. Talk to you later. Okay, so this could be an experiment about power dynamics. Really, already again? So the morning round. So if you remember warning a bit sticker who's running for the hallway, who is seen littering in the atrium, lunch break, security baton to Officer Monroe, security helmet to Officer Daniels, service report to Overseer's office, escorted Dr. Clark from Overseer's office, a third Dr. Clark's clinic, did security baton helmet and returned to storage. Eating rounds, check on Mr. Clark at clinic, notified Overseer Dr. Clark's death while closed.
Only opens with a key.
Hard drive. All I have. Will open the key. And we'll actually need to get in there for related purposes. Chest seems that heavy. That slightly increase my. Okay, yeah, that does slightly increase my carry weight.
Bingo. Bingo.
It's like acting a booster.
Yes. Bingo. Excellent. Yes. Perfect. Sweet.
Okay, we're gonna take a break here. Right now, I need to wrap up. Well, Patreon is empty right now. You can carry the other kid on Game Monitor. Sorry, I have a call I need to take it. Okay, go and check out the things you can do. Thanks for watching. To do something for me.